I remember when we first opened, it was on a bit of a shoestring budget, so we carted down my home speaker system from my bedroom just to make sure that we, had some music playing, and we put all the lighting pretty low. And I think just by virtue of it being a small space in Bold Street in that first site, it just became like a really nice, intimate setting.
Having food as part of the night out has become now part of culture. The good operators have tapped into that, and they're creating an atmosphere that is akin to a night out, and that's what we've always we always wanted to do at Bold Street. We wanted people to be sat there eating but also having fun. The Maray district is where we got the name from, so we just anglicised the name. So there's a street called Rue de Rossier, where you can get the best falafel in Paris, the best pittas, the best shawarma. Then it's got loads of little nice cocktail bars as well. We tried to pick a little bit of what we liked about all of that and put it into Bold Street. That's Le Maray, really.
I think it's only in hindsight when you look back and realise quite how big a decision it is to open a restaurant the first time.
Something like 90% of restaurants are shut, within 5 years of opening. So the odds of us making it were 10 to 1 anyway, and the fact that we decided to hone in on falafel and cocktails as our kind of selling point probably makes that odds more closer to 1 in 1,000 to make it.
The thing about Liverpool is it's inherently really close-knit community. People back you as an independent. Liverpool's often described as a village, isn't it? If you've got passion and you've got drive and you're doing things for the right reason, you'll find that the city gets behind you.
We just opened, and each night we would put the shutters down, we'd drink beer, talk about what went right that day, and then the next day we'd just get a little bit better. Driven by passion, coffee and booze in the first year.
But then when the Jay Rayner review happened, that opened us up to an even wider audience, perhaps slightly more affluent, people that were visiting the city that, kind of follow his word as gospel. And you could literally tell the week after that review went out, there was a palpable broadening in our audience. And then here is like kind of a complete mishmash. We have tourists, but then because we have the convention centre and the arena, one day you'll have a table of 15 Sri Lankan volleyball players, and then the next night there'll be a group of Jehovah's Witnesses from a Jehovah's Witness conference. Because of the pull of the docks, you get a complete cross-section.
The disco cauliflower has now achieved some sort of cult-like status. It's fun as well. It's fun to look at. It's fun. It's got all sorts of sauces on it. It's a showstopper in terms of its appearance, but fundamentally it just tastes really good. My
favourite drink on the new autumn menu is called Small Town Chase, and it's Del Maguey Vida Mezcal. We make a fermented pineapple juice, so we basically put loads of pineapple with sugar in a jar with yeast, and the sugars ferment, and you get essentially this kind of clarified pineapple beer. And then we make a toasted cumin syrup and some amaretto, and we serve all that together, and it's delicious.
But we use a hell of a lot of sumac in our cooking. We kind of use it in place of pepper in a lot of our seasoning. It's got this lovely citrusy kind of earthiness to it.
We've got a vegan dish which is caramelised mushrooms served on rye bread and topped with dukkha, and it's just super aromatic, amazing texture. There was something that a guest said to us last year, and she signed her email off with the line, keep doing what you're doing, keep making people happy.
Large companies spend millions of pounds coming up with things like that, but the fact it came from a guest of the thousands of emails and tweets and Instagram comments, that's the one that's really resonated with all of us.